LoreWarrior Online. OSR-2C Ostroc. Overview. Ostman Industry, a Seoul-based arms company, produced its Ost-class battlemechs from 2500 to 2700. All three designs were extremely successful, although limited production facilities kept their numbers low. The Ostroc was the best known of Ostman's Walker pod designs, effectively balancing the Torschlagen 4 rack missile launcher and Ostman's well-designed Feuersturm heavy and medium lasers. In spite of its rarity, the Ostroc was considered a quality mech and performed well in battle. Capabilities. Intended primarily for urban defense, the Ostroc duplicates the familiar Walker pod profile seen in the Heavy Stalker and the Marauder mechs, and the low silhouette of the urban mech. This makes it a difficult target, especially when obscured by buildings or trees. The Ostroc saw service primarily in the Terran sector, where it was assigned to local defense garrisons. Occasional units of Ostrocs were shipped out for combat on the frontiers of the Star League. However, particularly during the Age of War, during Star League's final days, and during the First Succession War. The Ostroc is an effective medium mech, fast, well-armoured and well-armed. Its short arms are a handicap in close combat, however, and otherwise excellent Feuersturm lasers are easily damaged by the shocks of hand-to-hand combat. In other respects, the Ostroc is a utilitarian mech, suited to many roles. Battle history. The Kurita Ostrocs are found mostly in the home defense garrisons of the Pest regulars, and are assigned to protect the cities of the inner Kurita sphere, primarily in the Luthien, Ozawa, Unity and Soya systems. Kurita Ostrocs see little service, but a recent raid on Unity by the bandit forces of Helmar Valasek of Santander pressed the urban defense lancers of the Pest regulars into unfamiliar service. The bandits were intent upon capturing supply caches in the city of Marbury, which was defended by two companies of urban mechs and Ostrocs. The Kurita mech warriors engaged in classic city defense tactics, splitting up and sniping at the enemy Shadowhawks and Crusaders using buildings as cover. As usual, it was a hard-fought battle, but Kurita's local superiority, combining 2 and 3 Ostrocs against isolated bandit mechs, finally forced the enemy out of the city. The Ostroc also functions well as a medium scout. In 3020, for example, Ostrocs on Yanzi 1 provided vital data to Davian raiding forces. The numerous Kurita Stingers and Wasps caused problems for the Ostrocs, but in one-on-one combat, the Ostrocs clearly outmatched the lighter vehicles. Kurita's LAM units operating in dual air and land lancers were finally employed against the Davian scouts, but the Ostroc's lasers provided good anti-aircraft fire, shooting down several Kurita mechs. Through heavy fighting, the Ostrocs provided vital battle data to the regiments they supported, playing a key role in the success of the Davian attack. Ostroc Lancers also serve House Lau, and those assigned to urban defense in the Chesterton Reserves have fought well, particularly against a Marek raid in 3022. Elements of Smithson's Chinese Bandits, a mercenary unit in the service of House Marek, descended on the Lau capital in a daring raid on the heart of the Capellan Confederacy. The sheer audacity of the move took the Lau forces by surprise, and Maximilian Lau himself organised the defence. After initial success, the bandits suddenly found themselves beset by the Ostrocs of Lau's Chesterton Reserves, which pinned them down in the city of Silbari, while Lau brought in reinforcements. With several heavy Lau regiments on the way and unable to make headway against the stubborn Ostrocs, the bandits fell back on their dropships, then left the system. Their surprise attack had failed, due in a large part to the tenacity of the Ostroc battlemech. Variants. Some of the minor variations on Ostroc design include LRMs replacing SRMs, a third heavy laser replacing the 2 mediums, and even a Marek experimental model with jump jets added. Though all these models show promise, none are especially numerous, and the original design remains the most common. Notable mechs and mech warriors. Mech warrior Thomas Reeves. A veteran member of Lau's Chesterton Reserves, Reeves's duties primarily involve the defence of Lau's vulnerable cities. He has a pleasant and unassuming manner, and is skillful in his duties. His Ostroc is well maintained. What no one suspects is that this friendly young mech warrior is a Davian agent, planted in the inner mech units of House Lau to gain information about the workings of the Capellan Confederation's military and the current disposition of defence garrisons. The plan has been successful, and has allowed Davian raiders to sting Maximilian Liao repeatedly where his defences are weakest. Lau is beginning to suspect an intelligence leak, but so far has no reason to investigate this lowly, unassuming mech warrior in a minor urban defense unit. Lieutenant Paula Stilson. Stilson, an Ostroc pilot in command of a lance in Davian's Crucis March militia, is renowned as both a skilled soldier and a femme fatale of near legendary exploit. The Ostroc, aptly named the Heartbreaker, is decorated with a heart for every lover she's had. As might be expected, Stilson is a physically striking woman, tall with dark red hair. The rumour that she's running out of room to paint hearts on her Ostroc is not true, but may not be exaggerated by much. Mech warrior David Levine. Serving in House Davian's 22nd Avalon Hussars, Levine has recently gained notoriety as a technical wizard who has modified his blue and grey Ostroc with various electronic and computer gear to give it advanced detection and communication capability. A short, bearded man with a pleasant manner and infectious smile, Levine pilots his fusion-powered vehicle as a scout along the Draconis March. He's had several successful raids against Kurita border garrisons, and his name is becoming known and detested in high circles of the Combine. This, of course, delights Hansa Davian, who has personally consulted with Levine about duplicating his modifications on other Davian Ostrocs.